In this video, you're going to learn how to set up aggregated event management inside the Facebook Ad Manager so you can continue to track conversions after Apple's iOS 14 privacy changes. Now, after Apple roll out their privacy changes in early 2021, this is going to be an essential step if you want to run Facebook conversion ads. If you don't do this, you will not be able to run your conversion ads and track them correctly. And don't worry, if you've seen this warning inside the Facebook Ad Manager, then keep watching this video because that's exactly what we're going to show you how to fix. So that warning comes up when you haven't set up Aggregated Event Manager properly. So let's dive into it. But before we do, if you enjoy this video, all I ask is that you hit that like button. It makes a huge difference and it really does help the channel. So please tap like if you enjoy the video. And if you want to hear more from me, hit subscribe and click that little bell to get notified whenever I release a new video. All right, so before we even get started, there are a couple of things you need to make sure you've done before you set up aggregated event management. Number one is you must be using Facebook Business Manager. So if you're not already using Business Manager to manage your Facebook ad accounts and pages, go ahead and set that up. I'll pop a link above now. So you can go and check out my video on how to set up the Business Manager. So go over, watch that, set up Business Manager, and then come back if you don't already have a Business Manager account already. Number two is you need to have verified your domains inside of, you guessed it, Business Manager. So the only place you can verify your domains is within the Facebook Business Manager, which is why you need Business Manager. And you must go through and verify every domain in which you are going to be recording conversion events from. So every domain where you're going to be triggering Facebook conversion events has to be verified inside Business Manager. If you're thinking, what are you talking about? I don't know what domain verification is. Don't worry, I got a video on that too. I'll pop a link above and both links will be in the description as well. Make sure you go and verify those domains before you come back to this video and continue with the steps. All right, if you've done both of those things, let's get into the steps to set up your aggregated event measurement. So we're going to jump over to the computer now, make sure you're in the Facebook Ad Manager, and from there, click on Business Tools, which is the menu on the left with those 9 little dots, and then click on Events Manager. From there, make sure you've selected the correct pixel on the left, and then you'll see you've got this new little button here that says Aggregated Event Measurement. Click on that, and then you've got this option here to configure web events. So go ahead and click that. All right, so the first thing you want to do on this screen is go up to the top right and have a look and make sure that you've selected the correct ad account and make sure that that ad account lives inside the Business Manager, that way you verified the domains, and you need to be an admin inside of that Business Manager account, okay? So you must be an admin in order to set this up inside the Business Manager. Now, what you need to do on this screen is choose the first domain that you want to set up conversion events for. So what will happen with aggregated event management is we can track 8 separate conversion events per domain. Okay, so you need to, for every domain where conversion events will occur, you need to go in and set up your conversion events. Choose your 8 conversion events. I should say it's up to 8. So it doesn't have to be 8. If you only use 3 conversion events, great. But you need to go and do that for every domain. So I'm showing you how to do this on my andrewhubbard.co domain. So I'm just going to click that. And I'm going to click Edit Events. Now you can see I've already got events listed here. You probably won't if you haven't set this up yet. But we're going to click Edit. All right, so once you are here, I'm just going to clear this out so you can see something similar to what you would see, which is likely this, no events listed. All you're going to do is go and list all of the events that you would like to track on this domain. So you simply click Add Event, and we go here and you choose your pixel, okay, that you are using on that domain, and then choose your event. Now, when you click this drop down of events, the only events that will be listed are the events on that domain that have already been fired. So if you've only ever triggered the lead event on your domain with that pixel, then only lead will show in this drop down. If you need to get other events added to the drop down, simply go and set up the conversion event on your domain, trigger that event yourself by simply visiting the page that triggers the conversion event. Give it like 5 to 10 minutes. It does take a little longer. If you're used to setting up, let's say, custom conversions, and you normally go and set up the custom conversion, visit the website, then refresh the ad manager and make sure the custom conversion is active. That's quick. This takes longer than that process. You need to give it a little bit of time. 5 to 10 minutes is usually enough. So once you've triggered those events, refresh the page and you should see them in the drop down. Now what I'm going to do is select all of the events that I use on this domain to show you how I would do it. So I'm going to choose view content, then I'm going to add a new event. I'm going to choose my pixel, go to add another event, so add initiate checkout, add event, and then I'm going to choose purchase. Now, something really important to note with the purchase event, because I know most of the people watching this will be using the purchase event, you have this option here to turn value optimization on. By turning value optimization on here, it's going to use 4 of your 8 assigned slots instantly. So in order to enable value optimization, you will have to give up 4 of your 8 slots just to enable that. The reason is because it creates value groups, and it might create a group of, let's say, $0 to or $1 to $100, and then another group that's $101 to $199 or $200, and then a third group and a fourth group. And it does that based on conversion values that it's received in the past from your pixel. Now, in order to be able to enable value optimization, you have to have recorded at least 100 purchase events on the domain in the last 7 days, and you also must have had 10 distinct values in the last 7 days, okay? That will allow you to enable value optimization. I recommend you do enable it if you can. And if you're, let's say, doing courses or coaching and you don't have a bunch of different price points, you've only got a few, 4 slots will be enough. If you have an e-commerce store, let's say, and your checkout values vary wildly, then you might need to assign up to 8 slots for your purchase optimization tracking, okay? So as I said, go ahead and turn that on if you can. And then what we want to do is prioritize our conversion events. Now, this is really important. So what is going to happen when this comes into play is Facebook is only going to report 1 conversion event for that user for you. Meaning, if somebody comes to your website and they view some content and then they become a lead and then they initiate checkout and then they purchase, it's not going to show you all 4 of those conversion events inside of Ad Manager. Facebook will only show you 1 of those events, and the one it will show you is the highest priority event as you've chosen here. Okay, so that's really important to note. What I like to do is I generally arrange them in order of bottom of funnel to top. So for me, the purchase is going to be at the top. That's my bottom of funnel event, the last thing they do. So that's the most important thing I want to see. I want to see if my ads are driving purchases, and then I simply move it so that the bottom of the funnel is at the top, and then it sort of goes it goes in reverse. So view content is the first thing they do, then initiate checkout, then purchase. So purchase is my highest priority, initiate checkout next, view content. If you're collecting leads, it's going to slot in there probably beneath initiate checkout as well. And that's how I like to do it. So you do need to prioritize those events, and the priority is very important because only your highest priority event will be tracked per user. Okay, so go ahead and prioritize those, and then you simply click submit. Tick that box and click apply. Now, something again really important to know. I feel like I just keep saying important note, but they really are important. So with this one, what happens is every time you change these, every time you update these events or add a new event or remove one or reorder them, it takes up to 72 hours for you to start seeing results again in the Ad Manager. And what happens is it actually pauses your ad sets and ads that are using any of the conversion events that you changed for 72 hours. That's huge, okay? So you really do not want to change these very often, and know that when you do, it's going to cause your ads that are using these conversion events to be paused for 3 days before they restart again, okay? So just take note of that. I'm going to click apply. Now, once you've done that, it's actually complete. You've set up aggregated event measurement for that domain, and you just want to go through and do that for all of your domains. Now, I want to just mention a couple of other things here. Notice how I avoided saying another important note there. I'm happy with that. So what a lot of people are asking me is what happens if I'm using a subdomain, particularly a subdomain that is on a particular SaaS product or program that I'm using. So common things is like webinar software, and you're using the thank you page which lives on a subdomain, or maybe ClickFunnels pages or lead pages on their subdomain, and you can't verify that domain, meaning you can't complete this process of setting up aggregated event measurement. Well, in that case, what I recommend is where you can, go ahead and set up a custom domain. So a lot of those services like Lead Pages, Instapages, ClickFunnels, Unbounce, allow you to set up custom domains. And I highly recommend you do that anyway. But now with this in play, it's something that is kind of, it's a must do now. So go ahead and set up a custom domain where you can. For those other services, some of them have actually started rolling out the ability within their software platforms to verify our unique subdomains. So I know Thrivecart have done this, and other software I'm sure will follow suit. So check with them and see if you can actually verify your subdomain, because I know a lot of those platforms are rolling out that functionality. All right, so that wraps this video up. I hope that helps fix any problems you're having with aggregated event measurement and gets you all set up. If you enjoyed this video, again, all I ask is that you tap that like button. It's completely free for you to do, but it does make a huge difference to the channel, and I really do appreciate it. And if you want to hear more from me, click subscribe, click that little bell to get notified whenever I release a new video. Thanks again for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.